wealth and asset management continues to grow. So really in the wake of the great financial crisis, the major banks looked around and said, gee, investment banking is risky. Taking risk with their equity capital is risky. Let's get into wealth management, quality business model. And they've reoriented there, right? The CEO of Morgan Stanley, recently retired James Gorman, came from Merrill Lynch. They catapulted ahead of Goldman Sachs with their bet on wealth management. Solomon Smith Barney sold their wealth management business to Morgan Stanley post GFC, and they said, "Gee, you want to get back into it?" They poached people from Merrill Lynch, like Andy Saperstein, and they're rebuilding that business. So wealth management continues to work. JP Morgan saw reach an all-time high of $4.6 trillion. That's up 18% year over year. Citigroup also, again, launching new offerings, trying to get into the game here. Investment banking, key thing to look at. Why? Because it allows companies to raise equity capital, refinance out of higher rate debt, or also refinance debt that may be coming due that was issued back in 2021 during a low rate environment, right? So there's a lot of cheap debt issued 2021, rates are now higher. What happens when companies approach that maturity wall? If capital markets are open, you can issue stock, then you get nice soft landing. And we're seeing a lot of that. So this is what David Solomon, CEO of Goldman Sachs, said. He says, quote, "Many CEOs have shifted their focus back to long-term and strategic decision-making. Sponsoring institutional activities now tracking 40% higher versus last year. Long-term and strategic decision-making means they're interested in doing M&A, mergers and acquisitions. Merger Mondays are back, right? If you guys remember that, we had that, seem to have it every few years, M&A Mondays, and also IPO season. Obviously had a very brisk IPO season the last few quarters. JP Morgan's investment banking fees up 16% year over year. Quote, the CFO, broader strategic dialogue and strong demand for refinancing and M&A. Citigroup IB fees up 17%. So the whole category, the whole pond is moving up and to the right. That's great. Those are good signs for the economy.